Hello there to whoever you may be. Welcome to Repentance Daily. Playing as Lilith today. I don't... Look. Yesterday I said that I was going to keep doing dailies until I've unlocked everything that you can get from dailies on this save file. This is the last save file that I need to unlock daily stuff on. And I just think that's like a good idea, quite frankly. But I have no idea how much more or how many more dailies I have to do to get to that point. So hopefully you bear with me for just a little bit longer, as I don't know. It's nice to have like an actual, how do I say this? It's nice to have an actual reason to play dailies, because a lot of people, they just play dailies, like they start up a daily and then they stop playing it because they don't want to play them. But like that still counts towards unlocking some of the daily items. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem fun. It doesn't seem good. It feels more like people are doing it out of resentment, even though dailies are basically just normal Isaac runs. So personally, I don't get it, but you know, do I really need to get it? People are gonna do what they want to do. It's not like it's harming me. But it really seems like people just fucking hate the dailies. I don't get it. Right? Like, I've been playing dailies now for... Oh god, how many episodes? Isn't this the 151st episode? Basically, way too fucking long. And like, it's only now that I'm starting to kind of be like, I'd much rather just play like an actual run and like unlock stuff than just nothing. Then just do this, and after like 30 days of playing dailies, then I will get something. I'd much rather just play as the characters that I want to play as and unlock their respective items. Obviously, that's also partially why I'm changing what I've done. 150 episodes of, 150 episodes of Isaac Dailies. I think that's gonna be enough to satiate anyone's craving for dailies for a long time. If they ever find these videos in the future, that is. If they don't, you know, so be it, I guess. not much you can do about it. But yeah, anyway. I'm really looking forward to... I mean, it's still Isaac, right? I don't want it to come across as me saying that it's like everything's gonna change, because at the end of the day, it literally is just Isaac. The content isn't going to change. It's just that I'm gonna be more focused on unlocking things rather than just playing the daily to play the daily. And I think that's more fun for everyone, really. It's more fun for me because I won't have to I won't have to do the same shit for fucking who knows. Actually, now that we have a Rotten Heart, let's not waste our red health. I don't know, I definitely think it's gonna be more fun for me so that I don't have to slog through the same things on all 3 files, because I do have a plan to like get Dead God on all 3 files at some point, and making videos where I actually unlock the stuff just seems to make a lot more sense, doesn't it? Now, I'm not going to be doing too much crazy shit, I guess. I'm mostly going to be focusing on the save file that I got 100% on Afterbirth Plus on, which is my first save file. I remember, like, back in Afterbirth Plus, I was just thinking to myself, like, yeah, no fucking way am I gonna go for 100%. This seems like too much work. And now I'm like, yeah, but now that work actually seems worth it. Right? I think one of the main reasons why I was so opposed to... Sorry if I'm, like, taking breaks every now and then to think. I think that's very important for me to do, so that I don't just talk and talk and talk, and then I run out of things to say, right? Damn it! I fall off so easily when I when I say something else. Right, okay, so... Like, in Afterbirth Plus... And I've talked about this many times. It's like... Either you would win a run because you got an item that was so overpowered that you couldn't possibly lose, or you wouldn't get any items, so you were guaranteed to lose. So every run basically came down to either you could avoid this really overpowered item to actually make the run a challenge, or you could just straight up lose because the game hated you. That's how I felt in Afterbirth Plus. Like, the game was getting way too easy, quite honestly. And you never want your game to be too easy. Especially not on a game where you're supposed to spend fucking hundreds of hours to learn the game. Then you need to then you need to use that learn to wisdom, I guess is one way to put it. To, I don't know, to actually, like, unlock shit. But yeah, I think Repentance was definitely... I think Repentance was what we all needed, quite honestly. Ever since Repentance has come out, I've seen people that maybe, like, stopped playing Isaac has come back to it, including some of my friends, by the way. And that's just, like, a beautiful sight. And it's not because it's, like, the new thing, because it's not really new anymore. It's like over oh my god, I was about to say over a month old, but it's like way past over a month old. Although I would technically be right by saying that it's over a month old, so you know what, fair enough. I'm stupid. Yeah, like, it's not because it's new, it's because it's more fun. It's Isaac in its purest form now. This is what Isaac should always have been, quite honestly. And I don't know. I also like the extra little added fan service that Repentance gave. What do you mean, fan service? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, viewer. Viewer that I once again just made up in my head. Alright, well. I think... I don't know. The fan service is like... a lot of things that was in the original Isaac, you know, has been brought back for Repentance. Including, like, some sprites being reworked to make them look more like them. To look more like the originals. especially on the horsemen. Like, the horsemen are the most obvious change. I remember the first time I saw... Oh god, what was his name? Like, the first horseman you could possibly meet on, like, the first floor. I don't know. Let's see, we have Sloth, we have War, we have Death. Look, the first one, okay? That's all you need to know. I'm not gonna sit here thinking about it for too long. That's the most obvious change to me. Like how his eyes are more hollowed out and whatnot. I'm not gonna go back for that. His eyes are more hollowed out. I just think it looks better. I think it all looks better. Some of the sprite reworks that... Fine, whatever. No! I should have just gone for planetariums. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the sprite reworks, like... Not to shit on anyone that worked on Rebirth and Afterbirth Plus and whatnot. But... Some of the sprites... And... Like... Fucking... Pixel art is hard, man. It's hard to do pixel art correct. So I don't blame them. But some of the fucking sprite work just really did not sit right with me. And now that it's been changed, it looks fucking fantastic. Quite honestly with it, like if I'm being honest with you, it's great. I love what they've done. That's all. That's all this comes down to. Can I, like, lock you behind a fire somehow? I know that's possible in certain room layouts, but I wonder if, like, you can just do it based on intuition? Or if they always... Maybe the fires have, like, a rounded... hitbox. I don't know, I also got a message. Oh, never mind. It wasn't that important. It wasn't that important. It's fine. It's fine. We're living. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I meant with fan service. It's just... But and this is also something, because with as much fan service as there has been in Repentance, with everything being changed, like the fucking horse heads being changed to like 2 charges, which is fucking insane. Especially with how good the white pony is. And the Bible being back to 4 charges like it was in the original. Krampus's head being 3 charges. Like, it's... A lot of things have changed. And you don't even have to look that closely to see the resemblance for... Okay, well this sucks. You don't have to look that closely to see the resemblance to, like, Wrath of the Lamb or Eternal Edition. Which, by the way, Eternal Edition... Eternal D6 is in this game. I don't... Like, if you're an Isaac fan, you probably knew this already. But in the Eternal Edition, hard mode Isaac, who still starts with like the D6, apparently had a chance to just like remove the fucking pedestal item, like the Eternal D6 does now. That's insane. That's not even hard mode. That's just bullshit. I think it's oh wow. Sorry. I think it makes a lot more sense that it's like a separate item than for it to be like, actually for hard mode, items completely change. Cool. Thanks. That being said, at some point in the future, and you can hold me to this, I would like to, hold me gently, by the way. I would like to actually go back and play Flash Isaac. Because I never really played Flash Isaac. I got into Isaac in, like, the Rebirth days, and I'm gonna be honest, I did pirate Isaac at first. Okay? But it doesn't matter if I pirated it, since I paid for it now in full. I think that should make it more than okay. But yeah. I got into it in the Rebirth days, so I never got to like experience the hard Isaac. Because apparently Rebirth is like a lot easier. But I think that's just because in Flash there were so many weird changes. Or not changes, but there were so many weird things. Everything moved way too fast. I don't know, enemy hitboxes didn't, from what I've seen. What the fuck? Where's Penny? Do we have any money on the ground? Oh, fuck no, babe. That's not happening. There's definitely a use for this trinket, but no. No, never. Absolutely not. Yeah, what I've seen, like, Rebirth changed one of the biggest issues. Again, what it seems like, from a perspective of someone that hasn't even played Flash Isaac. It changed hitboxes. And I really cannot stress how much the game needed to change the hitboxes. Because it seemed wonky. Both, like, your own hurtbox and other enemies. Hurtbox or hitbox or whatever the fuck. I need to learn the difference. That's a ghost chest. I'd rather not. See, like, I'm learning. I'm learning not to go to the fucking ghost chest. I am stupid. But maybe not that dumb, huh? Wow. Making progress, are we? I'll take Broken Stopwatch. It's gonna seem really stupid to some people, I'm sure. Oh, why would you take Broken Stopwatch? It's so... What the fuck? Why would you take a Broken Stopwatch? It's so bad. It sometimes speeds up enemies in the room. Well, you're not wrong. It literally can do that. But I haven't picked up Broken Stopwatch in forever. So really, I'm just doing it out of obligation. Like, this is my yearly Broken Stopwatch pickup. So if you're thinking that you're gonna see it ever again, well, you probably will. Again, I want 100% on every file, so I'm gonna have to pick it up at least 2 more times. But this is also what Broken Stopwatch does, right? It can speed up enemies in a room, but it can also slow them down. And I actually kind of like this concept a lot more, because this is the speed that Stopwatch used to do. Like, that's how slow enemies became with Stopwatch back in Rebirth. Which is why no one ever fucking picked up the Stopwatch unless they were playing as the Lost. Because Stopwatch was basically a requirement as the Lost back in Rebirth. But I think it makes a lot more sense the way it works now. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, Broken Stopwatch can slow enemies down to, like, insanely slow speeds. Whereas the regular Stopwatch just, like, slightly slows down everything. I think that's a lot nicer way to do it. Like, of course, I think that's a lot nicer way to do it, right? Because I haven't sucked, I haven't sucked Repentance dick enough since it came out, huh? No, but like, I've also said this a lot of times, but I think Edmund and his team desperately needed some, like, fan input. And, like, what other people to give that fan input. Also, I have Twisted Pair now, Pog. What better people to give that fan input than people that made a wildly successful mod for the game? You know? I actually really wanted to play Anti-Birth when it came out. But I never did, because at that time I'd gotten used to, like, the quality of life changes that Afterbirth had. So when I went back, oh boy, slowed mom, huh? So when I went back and I tried playing Rebirth or Anti-Birth, you know, I just couldn't. I couldn't get back into it. It went back to being... Okay, come on now. It went back to being kind of bad. If I can even say that. Go for balance kind of sucks, but I'll take it. It just straight up went back to being bad. I don't think Rebirth, in its base form, is a bad game. Obviously, I don't. I just think that now that we've gotten to see how good Isaac can be, it's hard to go back to that. You know? I definitely, like, imagine that sometimes. I imagine what it would be like if I went back to Rebirth. Because you can do that. You can't just, like, uninstall the DLCs if you want to go back and play, quote-unquote, the good version, if you're not a fan of Repentance. Also, I think the broken stopwatch is speeding up this room. That's nice. I think. Yeah, like, you can just, like, straight up go back. You don't have to play Repentance if you don't want to play Repentance. In fact, there's so many different kinds of Isaac right now. We have the Flash version, we have Afterbirth, Rebirth, Afterbirth Plus, Repentance, Anti-Birth. We have so many different kinds of Isaac that it's kind of unfathomable that people are complaining. Because you can just go back. Right? Either that or just don't play. Oh, but I love the game. If you love the game so much, then why don't you marry it, fuckboy? That's right, I said it. No, I'm obviously kidding. I think it's a very fair. I think it's very fair to be critical on certain things, right? Like Delirium. Delirium is trash. So that I set that up so that it sounded like I had something else to say. No, I don't. Delirium is just fucking garbage in so many ways. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I think Eddie Boy talked about changing Delirium, and they really need to patch that. That's just annoying. It's not like game breaking, but it's just tedious. Right? Like, I think he talked about actually changing Delirium. Which is like the one thing right now that I think they have to do. Oh, hello, Godhead. How you been, bud? Been a hot minute. I think Delirium is like the one boss in my mind that's really holding Repentance back from just being like the best it can be. Except Ultra Greed. Oh my god, I hate this room. There it is, I hate this room straight up. Yeah. Ultra Greed, but I highly fucking doubt they're going to change Ultra Greed because, as we all know, the boss armor missing from Ultra Greedier and Ultra Greed was a bug, and they patched that back in for some ungodly reason. Eddie boy, why? No, actually, fuck that. Let's not blame Edmund for that. We got a whole different team of people. Like, the people that worked on Anti-Birth. We got a whole different team of people added onto it. And none of them thought like, hey, maybe we should, like, change greed mode? Like, or greedier, at least? Also, sped up room. Nice. Maybe that would be a good idea? And then Edmund's like, well, I mean, if you guys think we should, and then no, you're right. You're right, you're the mastermind and all. But he isn't. Alright? You had a chance to change it. And don't think that I'm someone that's just complaining for the sake of complaining. I've had to play, like, I've played through greed mode. Actually, greedier mode. With every fucking normal character 3 times now. I'm not speaking from a point of inexperience, let's just put it that way. Also, holy shit, this run became kind of fucking powerful, huh? 2507. Yeah. Yesterday we died because I'm a dumbass. But here are the leaderboards regardless, right? Pog. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see some unlocking videos coming up shortly, like and subscribe, as it does help me out. Twitch, Twitter, and Discord are in the description. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and have a great day.